Frustratingly, that experiment did not go as planned. And I do not know what I have unleashed onto this world, but fortunately, it did work. We got what we needed. We got the pure fear that we can use to synthesize our cure for fear. But that we shall have to do later, because I also have other stuff that I need to be doing. I still haven't completed that list that Emmy gave me. I need to do that. I also took a trip to a new shop that has popped up in the shopping district. It looks like a pumpkin. And from it, I acquired a free reigns prank on Ava. I think I will save that for Emmy. I know how much she loves to do that. And a coupon for a pufferfish. Not sure how much use either of those are going to be. But I have an update for you on the machine. The machine has finished smelting the first load of materials that I've put into it. I've begun loading the second load, which I think actually no, has just... Unless I put it all in here. Yes, no, I've put it all in there. So that would go in this double chest here, fill up, then we put another load in to fill the next chest, and carry on. But I've noticed something else about this machine. It is really not very fuel efficient. You see, shortly after the experiment that I did, or was it before? I think it was before. Shortly before the experiment that I did in the last episode, I put a stack of coal blocks into these, and it's already eaten through it all. That's probably not very good for the environment, but what I have here is a stack of coal blocks each. I have 2 stacks now and almost a full stack over there, and hopefully that'll last significantly longer than the last load did. But the first thing we've got to do is unload all of these chests, which is going to take quite some time. Oh, there we go. Everything is empty. And now we can break the blast furnaces and get all the EXP from everything that they've smelted. I mean, that's a lot, but I was hoping it'd be rather more than that. But never mind, it's still 75 levels. That's 15 from one load. That's not bad. That is not bad. But now we can load the coal blocks in and start, well, once this is full, start putting the next load in. I need to go to sleep. But it appears that someone has left a workshop here. There's a chest here with an anvil and a crafting table. Oh, whoa! Aha! Okay, you've been pranked. I don't know who could have done this. My first thought is Pixel, but I don't know. It's either Pixel or Ava. My money's on Pixel for that one. We still have a long list of things to do. Well, we still have a list of things to do that Emmy has given us, including continuing with the excavation on the site here. I think next I'm gonna move it back that way, do another 3 on that side, make it a 3x3 chunk, and then move it this way, because I think that's where most of it is. But something else I have noticed is that Emmy's brush is getting very low in durability. I'm just thinking, what kind of an archaeologist only has 1 brush? So, we need to go make her another one. Or make another one that I can use while she's not here. But, she doesn't have any feathers. So, we're gonna have to go find some feathers, people. Now, feathers. Where would one find some feathers on the Angelverse SMP? I wonder. Chickens! They have feathers, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yep, chickens have feathers. Chicken located. Feathers obtained. So, I came over to Emmy's starter base to find some oak saplings, see if she had any. Turns out she's already got 2 extra brushes. I guess she is a sensible archaeologist after all. But anyway, at least we have feathers if ever she needs to make more brushes at some point. But she doesn't actually have any oak saplings here. So that's something else I'll have to get elsewhere. As for what I need them for, well, you'll find out in a bit. But things are going nicely here. I replaced her berry bushes with bamboo, because the berry bushes were just annoying. They were getting in the way. They were hurting everyone whenever they went anywhere near the beehives. And, like, who uses sweet berries for anything anyway? All they're useful for is taming foxes, and she's already got plenty, so I went out with them and I filled it with bamboo, because she didn't have bamboo. Now she does. And it looks better. This looks nicer. Everything's going really well. There's a lot of nice flowers here for the bees, although I haven't seen any of the bees recently. The melons are growing well. The crystal essence is back. Emmy apparently turned it into a shovel last time. Oh. Whew, you know, sometimes I'm thankful that mob briefings turned off. What is this? There's a giant tower of hay. Remember me? Oh, yes, is this a reference to previous SMP that Emmy was on with Ava, where Ava had a giant tower of hay bales that Emmy hated and burned down? Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to see how far this goes. Oh, there's more signs. Murderer. I never killed anybody. Yet. This is why they don't trust you. Who? Who doesn't trust me? What did I do? If they're talking about the experiment that went a bit wrong in the last episode, that was not my fault. That was not my fault, you hear? How could you do this to us? Anti-Angel will come for you all one day. This is getting quite ominous. You think you can eradicate fear? What? I don't think I can eradicate fear. I know I can eradicate fear. Why are you still reading these signs? Okay, well, at least whoever put this up clearly has somewhat of a sense of humor. Wow, you made it all the way up. And for what? An old compass. I can't read it. It's too large. Level 2 artifact compass. I don't know what I'm gonna need that for, but maybe real Emmy will be able to figure out something for it. But in the meantime, this is going down exactly the same as the last one. Burn! Burn in despair, you insufferable... I don't know if I can say that. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm already committing arson. That's pretty bad. One last thing that we need to do before we can begin the next part of the excavation is I need to pop to someone called Sin's place to buy a mending book for the shovel, because I put some diamonds into the anvil to try and mend the shovel, but it said it's going to cost 32 levels just to mend it. So I think I may as well put mending on this shovel so that I don't have to pay a ridiculous sum of levels to do it again. Because levels are precious. We need levels for a lot of things. I don't want to spend them all on repairing a shovel. I need to get mending on it. Cherry Mountain, that's where Sins lives. This is the place where I put the pumpkin and the open grave. And it's the Halloween decorations in the last video. And this is where Sins lives. Although you guys probably already know that from Emmy doing these videos, but since I am technically a different person, this is new to me. Somewhere she has mending books. Although I vaguely remember Sins saying something about people having to message her in order to buy stuff. Well, it appears that Sins is not currently available, so putting mending on the shovel will have to wait. It should have enough durability for one of continuing the excavation. Also, for any of you wondering why it says foreclosed on the Walmart, that is because the person that built the Walmart, Emmy thought it was Nate, but actually it was not. The person who built the Walmart is no longer part of the SMP. They have left. So this building is, well, it's up for grabs. If anyone wants to buy it, they'd have to contact Nate, pay some gems, then buy the plot, tear it down or repurpose it, I don't know, but right now it's foreclosed. Crystal is doing some very weird stuff as of late. Now then, I say it's time to stop delaying this and get on with this excavation. Well, that's a lot of work done on Emmy's little excavation project. At this rate, it's going to be more like I excavated a trail row in this series. Anyway, you'll see down in the corner there, it got, oh, this is the alternate save. I don't have the zoom feature from Optifying because it's running sodium on this save instead, but that one there is significantly deeper because one of these little buildings has a basement, which is a thing. And I'm also not really liking how close this is getting to my campsite, because this is where I live at the moment, and it appears to be getting closer and closer this way. And I've already confirmed I'm going to have to go at least one more square in this direction. So I'm probably going to have to move camp. And there's also a pig in this boat now, as well as the sheep. That is very interesting. But now I think it is time to check another thing off of the list that Emmy has given me. And that is a friendly reminder. She let me know that she and Pixel are currently at war with pranks and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to do is take Emmy's tomfoolery box and head over to the Cube of Rubik for some japery. But another thing that we're going to need for this is bone meal, and quite a lot of it. And to find this stuff, we go to the Bone Zone! Bones located. Bones!
Bone!
Bones!
Bone!
This is the Bone Zone. Alright, so we're back at the Nether Hub. I've put signs everywhere, sort of directing everyone to where everyone's bases is. The Cube of Rubik is that way. Lost City, that's Emmy's place, is that way through there. The Cherry Mountain, that's where Sims lives. Currently, the only way to the Cube of Rubik is to go down this way, and then go this way, because Pixel thought that would be easier to do than simply building a staircase that goes from here up to here, like that was a more difficult thing to do. So we had to go all the way around here to bridge up to that bit, which was already chaotic. Yeah, I can see how that was so much easier to do than just building a staircase that goes from here to there. Yeah, that makes total sense. And this is Nether sheep. The sheep that Pixel and I found in the Nether a while ago, and then we lost him, then I found him again and tied him to this post so he can't get away. My, Pixel has been busy. This is all new. Ooh. Might just grab me some of them. Now let's take up the tomfoolery box, grab ourselves some oak saplings, and wreak havoc. I think I'm gonna need significantly more oak saplings for what I have in mind. Spook Zone. Quick trip to Ava's tree farm has solved the issue. Now it's bone meal time. Oak trees are special in that they don't need much space in order to grow, so they're perfect to use for this. Coming on nicely, I have to say. Oops, let's put that one back. And I've actually run out of bone meal at this point, so this is just gonna have to do. But yeah, I think this is gonna be at least a minor inconvenience. Some of them wouldn't grow no matter how much bone meal I put on them. But yeah, I think it's a successful strike in this prank war. Oh, what? Why are there barrels everywhere? Why? How? What? I came here to see the axolotls for a second, and there's barrels everywhere. Who's done this? And I explicitly remember setting fire to this in the last time I logged on. Why is it still here? Ugh, dearie me. But let's quickly spend some time with the water kittens. I love these things, they're so cute. Oh, there's a barrel in here as well, what? Who has done this? Anyway, the water kittens are cute. I don't get why they do this. Why do they do this? This is so weird. Why do they do this? It doesn't make any sense. Why do they do that? But anyway, I put a door here so I can breathe. Ah, that's better. Lovely axolotls. I also might have a blue one. Shh. No, they even put one on Walter's grave? How despicable. Oh, it was a mending. Not again. There was a mending book in that. I have a feeling, okay, given that there was a mending book in here, I have a feeling this might actually have been Sins. Because I did message Sins saying that I needed a mending book the other day. Because earlier, if you remember, earlier on in this episode I tried to go buy one, but she wasn't online. I don't know, it seems like something that Pixel or Ava would do, but given the fact that there was a mending book in there, I think it might have been Sins. But at last, we can put mending onto my shovel, and that costs a lot to do as well, but at least this way, I'll only have to do it once. And we are back at Cherry Mountain real quick, because I may have the mending book now. I've put it onto the shovel and mended it, but I still haven't paid for the mending book. So that's what I've done here. Now, Sins put the mending book in a barrel and then put loads of barrels at my base. So what I've done here is put the mending book in a barrel and returned all of the barrels that Sins left me. The idea initially was to just dump them outside of the shop, but there were so many of them that they've sort of ended up encasing Sins' shop. So yeah, at least I'm not evil enough to leave them all scattered around the base like she did. But yes, no, this will be there is payment in here, and this will be hopefully a nice activity for a certain bee to be getting on with. But things must be done. Put my stuff in there because it is time for the experiment to begin. Plants in the way. In here, I have synthesized successfully the cure for fear that I have been looking for. And all that's left to do is to test it out and bring the world into a golden age where nobody has to suffer from fear anymore. However, due to the fact that the last experiment I conducted on an individual led to the creation of a supervillain, I believe it best this time that I do not test this on anyone else. You see, I can't possibly get anyone to agree to this, so I had to trick Ava into coming down here, but I can't have it on my conscience for anyone else to end up the same way, unwillingly, unknowingly, without knowing the risks, so I'm going to have to test this on myself. You see, all I need to do is press the button, quickly get into the machine and pull the lever, and then it'll be ready. Yes. No need to worry. I've calculated everything out. It's going to work. Maybe I should keep this on me in case something does go wrong. Okay. Cure is loaded. Everything is where it should be. All that's left to get into the chamber. Very well. It must be done. Just so stressful. This must go to plan. I must get it right. Very well. Only got one shot at this. Better make it quick. Okay. Something's... It's something feels wrong. Why am I so scared? This isn't how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to get rid of fear, not cause it. What's going on? Get me out of here. Get me out of this. Get me out of this damn machine.